Hi, this is Nathan, your local arcade and pinball talk guy. We're going to be reviewing Teslon FX2 today. Please look for a review underneath the description of the video. We will also be doing light commentary throughout the gameplay. Also, please subscribe on YouTube, follow and like us on Instagram and Facebook. Let's go ahead and get this review underway, shall we? And let's see how this table plays. Paddle gap's not too wide. It's average.
Electromagnetic radiation. Marvelous. Oh, hey.
Right down the middle. So it seems like that central area, if you're coming out of the bumper zone, you got to be pretty careful there because that rail is right down the middle. Ramps are a little elevated in the back. If you notice, they're very steep. It's not necessarily a long ramp, but they're steep to add a little bit more difficulty. There's some blocks in the middle that I keep hitting there. So far, hasn't sent it right back to me yet, so. Go up this one. That one's not too bad. That left one seems to be more the trouble ramp, just because of its angle. It's very steep. You know, the theme's pretty good. Music's actually decent. It's got a little bass to it. That's I kind of look for that. If you got a good soundtrack with some bass to it and kind of draws you into the game, I mean, that's a huge piece of the pinball, I think, is just the theatrics, the soundtrack, and how it pulls you into the pinball play. This has kind of a decent kind of soundtrack to it. It's not like, you know, some of our Metallica pins and stuff like that we play, but it's working for the theme, I think. The table's kind of short in the front. That right ramp is definitely into the field of play a little bit more, so it restricts your ability to get some ball speed. And as you notice, there's quite a few combos in the middle, but they're to the right, so you got to use that flipper to the left to get to them, to kind of be able to combo and jackpot. I'd say this is kind of a moderate table. I mean, even though there's some things on this table that I would generally say moderate to difficult, because of, like, bumpers, blocks, you know. I mean, the whole middle of the table just stops at the lab, which is obviously the mission part right there. Well, and they didn't even go in there. But anyway, not bad. Fun factor of the game. I mean, is it as fun as Ghost Rider? Is it as fun as you know, Ghostbusters? Is it as fun as Monsters? Is it as fun as, you know, X-Men or Wolverine on FX2? I'd say it stands by itself, but the fun factor is going to be probably, you know, middle of the road. The table mechanics are really cool. That's definitely higher ranking there, just the way that they've set this table up. Obviously, there's something in the middle of this table too, so there might be a little bit of a recessed gaming area that I have not found yet, but the middle of the table looks like it opens up to something else. So we'll try to see if we can get to it on this review. do like the fact that it's obviously got a little bit of a play area to the top, using, you know, magnetic kind of forces from your flippers right and left to kind of hit those things. So you get a little bit of a play area to the back, so it stacks a little bit higher. I do like that about some of the tables. And then it seems like it has a play area inside of the table too. If that's the case, table mechanics will be very high, just because, you know, obviously that's fun. I mean, if you get a couple extra additional areas to kind of bonus on, like right here, here's a prime example. So that left flipper is controlling that. I was able to save that ball because the paddles are not as far apart as most tables. So if you put your paddles up, you can generally save it. Hence me saying moderate difficulty on the table. And as you can see, we've been playing for probably about 6 minutes now, and have only gotten almost 2 million points on this game so far. So it's not a high scoring table because it's stacked the way that it is. If you notice, there's not a lot of high points going up the ramps like some of the games. So you could get on some games like, you know, Ghostbusters or whatever, you could get 30 million in 5 minutes if you're playing it the right way.
Stabilized.
Ultimately, I'd say it's really not a bad table. I mean, it stands on its own. It's definitely unique in its design. So, you know, the people at Zen, you know, definitely put a lot of thought into this one to make it a standalone, and it definitely stands by itself.
Oh, save!
All in all, a good game. Definitely look for Tesla through Zen. It's definitely one that you should pick up if you're looking for a little bit of longer play. This could definitely be the game for you. Thank you again for watching, and look forward to our next video.